Well, if you were listening closely, I think you would have heard that, in effect, John Liu, Comptroller of the City of New York, Asian American, first Asian to be elected to citywide office in New York City, basically doesn't see in immigration reform anything to control borders, to control the level, amount, degree of immigration into the country, whether legal or illegal. And you're here essentially to talk about budget, I understand that, but just as savvy New Yorkers, people who follow politics, what do you make of that? And the fallout that you might anticipate from that?
I think New York. I'll take a stab at
Sure.
that. I think for New York, and I'm going to put it in a kind of positive spin. If I understand where Comptroller Lius was going on this, in an increasingly global economy, a city like New York, with the diversity New York has already, is a strength. And building on that strength is being a place that can absorb and welcome more immigrants from all over the world, and if we provide the skills, services, etc., that they need to develop and become part of the city's fabric, that only strengthens us in the long run.
But that's a process that would be covered by legal immigration. The issue here is uncontrolled borders.
I don't believe I have the expertise to go there.
Do you think that that's something that would enhance or diminish or neutral his prospects for running for mayor successfully? That's just a guess.
Certainly, we would not do much for him nationally. Certainly in a lot of parts of the country right now.
He's not running in Arizona.
Right,
we know that. Yes,
right.
Yeah.
Locally, it would be it's a controversial position, I'm sure, even in New York City, as liberal a city as New York is. I'm sure that would register as a controversial position.
I thought so too. Geri, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly outside the purview of the work that CFE does. I think the truth of what he says is that the system itself right now is non-functional.
Everybody seems to agree on that.
And, you know, I worked for the U.S. Labor Department for 8 years as an assistant secretary in the Clinton administration, and I did a lot of work on work visas. And when you have a low-wage industry in this country that is almost more than half dependent on essentially an illegal workforce, we are all complicit in this. And I think the issue that he's trying to raise is that if we have this, we believe in a global economy, we're complicit in the way that we handle the workforce, that we have to come up with a better solution than we have. I think it's a courageous stand. I'm not sure whether it's a politically viable stand.